They were a perfect family, a loving couple with a bright future living in Australia. Their childhood friendship blossomed into marriage, blessed with a beautiful son. But hidden beneath this picture-perfect life was a dark, forbidden love and a deadly plan. One cold night, that plan was executed, leaving a husband dead, a wife behind bars, and a child caught in the crossfire of betrayal. This is the real-life story of the cyanide murder of Sam Abraham, a crime that shocked two nations. Stay with me till the very end, because what you're about to hear is beyond anything you can imagine. Pray that I return alive, because next time I might come back in a coffin. These were the haunting last words that 35-year-old Sam Abraham said to his father before boarding a flight from India to Australia. No one knew those words would soon turn into a horrifying reality. Sam Abraham was living a peaceful life in the suburb of Epping, Australia, along with his wife Sophia and their 7-year-old son. Originally from Kerala, India, Sam and Sophia had both moved to Australia after securing good jobs, building their lives from scratch. Every year, they made it a point to fly back to their hometown, visiting their families and reliving old memories. In October 2015, Sam, Sophia, and their son took their annual holiday and traveled to India. For 2 weeks, they enjoyed time with their families, surrounded by warmth and love. But when it was time to leave, something felt off. On the 12th of October, as they bid goodbye, Sam looked into his father's eyes and said, "Pray for me. I might come back in a coffin next time." His father had no idea those words would be prophetic. Upon returning to Australia that night, life resumed as normal, or so it seemed. Sam, Sophia, and their son had dinner, then went to bed. But the next morning, things took a terrifying turn. Sophia woke up early, went to the kitchen to prepare coffee, and then tried to wake her husband. But Sam wouldn't wake. At first, she thought he might just be exhausted. But as minutes passed, her concern turned into panic. She shook him, screamed his name, but there was no response. Her cries alerted the neighbors, who rushed in. Paramedics were called, but it was too late. Sam had already passed away. The news hit Sophia like a tidal wave, or so it seemed. Tears, screaming, shock. The entire neighborhood believed it was a sudden, tragic heart attack. In India, Sam's parents were devastated. His father wept uncontrollably. The haunting words Sam had spoken before leaving rang in his mind again and again. "I might return in a coffin." And return he did. On October 18th, Sam's body was flown back to Kerala. After rituals, he was buried in a spot behind the house, a place where he once played as a child. The grief was unbearable. The whole village mourned. Meanwhile, Sophia stayed in Kerala for 5 days, mourning beside Sam's grieving parents. But soon she made a decision. With her job in Australia and her sister already living there, she decided to return. On October 24th, Sophia and her son flew back to Australia. Every Saturday, Sophia would call Sam's parents, trying to maintain the connection. But what they didn't know was that dark secrets were beginning to surface. Sam and Sophia had grown up as childhood friends in Carville Village. They shared a love for music, singing together in church choir. Over time, friendship turned to love. In 2003, they promised to marry after completing their studies. Sam moved to Dindigul for his MBA, while Sophia pursued her MSc in electronics from Mahatma Gandhi University in Kottayam. After graduation, Sophia got a job in Bangalore, while Sam worked at a local bank, and later in Dubai at a Forex exchange company. Their relationship was strong, but when Sam proposed marriage, there was resistance, especially from his father, who disapproved of Sophia. But through patience and kindness, Sophia eventually won the family over. In 2008, they married, and in 2009 welcomed a baby boy. Life seemed perfect, or so it seemed. On August 12, 2016, his father received a shocking call from Australian police. Sam had not died of a heart attack. He had been murdered, poisoned with cyanide. His wife, Sophia, had been arrested as the prime suspect. Disbelief. How could this be? The wife who cried so bitterly, now accused of murder? The autopsy told the truth. Sam's body contained massive levels of cyanide and sedatives. The heart attack had been staged, the death a cold-blooded planned murder. Police investigation. The Australian police acted carefully. They did not immediately confront Sophia. Instead, they kept surveillance, months of monitoring her phone calls, her financial activity, and her movements. That's when they discovered something shocking. Sophia had transferred Sam's car to a man named Arun Kumarasanan. She also opened a joint bank account with him and transferred all of Sam's money into it. Curious, who was this Arun? Further surveillance revealed Sophia and Arun were secretly meeting at parks, cafes, secluded spots, trying to avoid suspicion. Over 100 hours of recorded phone calls painted a picture of a secret affair. Sophia's secret life revealed. Back in 2003, when Sam went to Dindigul for his MBA, Sophia met Arun during her MSc program. Friendship turned to love, despite her engagement to Sam. She even proposed to Arun. But when Sam returned and proposed marriage, Sophia never told him about her affair. They married, but her heart remained with Arun. Years later, when Sophia moved to Australia, it wasn't just for her job. Arun was already living there. When Sam, eager to be with his family, transferred to Australia, Sophia saw him as an obstacle. The lovers began planning to remove Sam permanently. On the night of October 14th, 2015, the plan was put into motion. Sam came home from work. Sophia prepared an avocado milkshake laced with sleeping pills. Once Sam fell unconscious, Arun, hiding in the house, stepped out. Together, they prepared an orange juice, this time mixed with cyanide. They poured the poison into Sam's mouth. He convulsed, foam coming from his mouth, and died in front of them. That night, Sophia slept beside his dead body, waiting until morning to play the grieving widow. The police initially believed her, but one sharp-eyed officer began to dig deeper, especially watching Arun's movements. Arun frequently visited a particular bar. The officer infiltrated the bar, befriended him, and patiently waited. One night, drunk, Arun confessed everything. The officer also retrieved incriminating call records. Armed with this evidence, police exhumed Sam's body. The autopsy confirmed cyanide poisoning. Confronted with the proof, both Sophia and Arun finally confessed. The judge sentenced Arun to 27 years in prison without parole and Sophia to 22 years. When sentenced, Sophia broke down, begging for leniency, pleading for her son. But the judge said, "It is better for the child that you are not with him." Custody was granted to Sam's parents. No secret stays buried forever. The truth always finds its way out, solemnly. What began as a love story ended in the most brutal betrayal. A life taken, a child orphaned, and two families destroyed. This has been the true story of the cyanide murder of Sam Abraham. Here on Dark Deeds, we uncover the darkest stories hidden behind everyday lives. If this story gripped you, please give this video a like. It helps more people find our content. Don't forget to subscribe to Dark Deeds and hit the bell icon so you never miss another chilling, true crime story.